It's me again. It started out being a great day, but now I'm starting to just not feel good. And of course, I'm supposed to have dinner plans tonight with Tim, my friend. I was going to go over there and he was going to cook me dinner again and we were going to watch a movie, but um, yeah, I slept late because Mom and I were up so late last night and I probably still didn't get enough sleep. And then since the lawn guy isn't coming today, which he was supposed to, but he isn't coming, Mom and I, she wanted to, that kind of worked out anyway, because she wanted to get some old dead plants pulled up, and that have needed to be pulled. Plants that, like, won't come back next year, so that way she can get stuff replanted. But my ex always took care of that stuff for them, and actually, they believe it or not, they miss him. They really do. They miss him a lot. I miss him a lot, but it is what it is. It's for the best. But it just sucks because it's like everything that happened, it's between him and I, not it doesn't have anything to do with him. It's him and I. I mean, with them, it's him and I only. But it still sucks for them because, they love him and they miss him. Although they still want him to come over and help with stuff. In fact, when I was out helping Mom pull plants today, which I wish she wouldn't have, because I don't know what's going on, but she has not been feeling good lately. She's been getting sick. And she literally, like, was getting ready to pass out outside. And um I told her, you need to go inside and sit your butt down and don't move for the rest of the day. And so I told her, I said, you know that, if y'all need him to come do anything, I mean, I'm sure he still will. At least he always said that he would still help if they wanted him to. Um, and she said, yeah. She said, well, your dad, you know, was getting a list together of things that he'd like for him to come do. And, plus, I mean, like I said, not only do they love him, they'll always care for him and love him. But they feel more comfortable with him, and they know they can trust him, and instead of bringing strangers into the house, to especially things on the inside. So um, I told Mom, I said, yeah, text him. So you know that's one thing that they've always asked me. Would you mind if we still had him do some things as needed? And I'm like, absolutely not. Besides, I'd rather him do it than, like I said, us to have a stranger, come in and do it. I mean, we've got a new lawn guy, but he just does the outside. But there's a few certain things outside that they would rather, especially my dad would rather have, my ex do. And then on the inside, anything that him or Mom, want done, I would rather my ex do, just because, I trust him, we trust him, they trust him, and so, and then, and if something happens that I'm not around, when he's doing that stuff, assuming that he, still will. And if not, that's okay too. He's not obligated. But I hope that, when they reach out to him and need his help, that he will. But that's okay if not. Um, but, like, for example, if he was going to, say, come over next weekend and do some stuff for him, and, and I wasn't around or whatever, or, was, had stuff to do, I don't have to worry about some stranger, being in my parents' house without me being there. Um, I just feel guilty sometimes, though. Like, almost like I created this situation, but I know I didn't. Him and I were both wrong. It always takes two. Nobody is perfect. It always takes two. But like I said, the issues that we had were between him and I, not them and him, not them and me. Our issues and our unhealthiness were with each other. Our toxicity was with each other. And my parents loved him like a son, literally. That's how they viewed him. They would do anything for him then and even now. So I told Mom, I said, just reach out to him. And she said, yeah. She said, I'm going to need to soon because your dad's got a list going of stuff she wants him, stuff he wants him to do. My dad wants my ex to do. So, and at least with him doing it, I don't have to worry about anybody, trying to rip him off or scam them or, pull some crap with them. But I told Mom, I said, I'll let you, be the one to reach out to him because I don't, want to like make him mad or just make him, I don't want him to think, hey, I'm just reaching out just so that you can, work, or come do something. I mean, of course, they would, they're going to pay him absolutely because they would pay anybody. But I hope that he feels the same way that I do. And I hope that he understands that, what happened in our relationship, not in the relationship between him and them or the relationship with me and them. It was between our relationship. Things that happened in our household, nobody else's. But because I do know they care about him so much, I just hope that he's willing to stand by, what he said and be there when they need him. And they may not need him all the time as much as they would like to because they don't want to bug him either. He's busy and has a life of his own, especially now, which he deserves. But I just still feel guilty. I don't know why. Almost like I broke up the whole family is what I feel like, but I know that's not true. But, so, but I want him and them to be able to continue the relationship, that they've always had. Because, like I said, my parents' feelings, haven't changed, and they've always wanted nothing but the best for him, even when we were together. Like I said, they loved him like a son, and they still want nothing but the best for him and for anybody, because that's just the type of people that they are. But which is why they're such awesome people. But it's still difficult. It's still hard. So, but even I always want nothing but the best for him. And it doesn't matter what transpired in him and I's relationship. I still pray for him, and I still hope that he's always taking care of himself. I worry. I do. But, and that's why I had to kind of detach from him a little bit, is because I worry too much. And I tend to start it's like the more I worry, the more I start putting myself on the back burner. And I can't do that. I have to put me on the front burner, but then still, be able to, be concerned and worry about people, but just on like a level playing ground, not doing a disservice to myself in the process, I guess is the best way. I don't know. I don't know. So, but anyway, so that's that. But yeah, so it's difficult. Like I said, it's only been a couple months. We're still trying to figure this whole thing out. I'm still trying to figure this whole thing out. But I told him I'll always love him, always, always, always. No matter what the negative things happened between us, no matter how bad they were or weren't, there were still good things. And this is somebody that still stood by me and took care of me when I absolutely needed it the most. And whether he was unhappy then or whether he wasn't, he could have bounced. You know, a lot of people, when they hear, that their partner, the person they're with, is diagnosed with things like this, I've heard story after story after story, from my nurses and My doctors and stuff that people will be together 50 years and somebody's diagnosed and the other one leaves. And he didn't do that. He hung in there the best that he could and for as long as he could or needed to. So, and you have to appreciate that no matter, what has transpired, like I said, negative or not, you still, he still deserves the credit for that. So, and I'll always be willing to give him the credit for that. Always. I've never said that I wouldn't. So, but I don't know. I just, I'm somebody that wants everybody to be happy. I don't like knowing that anybody is hurting or unhappy. Anybody. And he's no different. And I pray that he finds what he wants and needs in life. And I pray that God brings him, what he wants and what he needs, even if he doesn't know it or realize, what he wants or needs. So, but just kind of have to give it to God. So I just read my Bible and I just pray on it. So, but it just sucks because, when relationships break up, marriages end, or whatever, I mean, just like with anything, it affects everybody. It affects the whole family. Just like, things like cancer and tumors do. It doesn't just affect me. It doesn't just affect him. It doesn't just affect my kid. It affects everybody. So, but, but that's okay. So, but, so I don't know. It is what it is. Like I said, I'll get through it like I do everything else. Figure it out like I do everything else. So, but that's okay. So, but yeah, so I pretty much hit the ground running today, and now I'm having to settle down. I made me a grilled cheese sandwich and ate most of it, but now I feel like it's about to come back up, and I don't want that to happen because my weight dropped down yesterday to 94 pounds. So, and y'all have to always keep in mind, when I say I weigh 90 pounds, 94, 98, 100 pounds, you have to remember that I also have 20 pounds of this, you know, 20 pounds of this stuff hanging all over my body. And so, it's like, okay, I weighed 94 pounds yesterday, and you have to take that's with 20 pounds of excess skin all over my body to take into consideration. So you take that away, and I'm 74 pounds. So it's like the only thing really keeping me going is this, as far as keeping my numbers up weight wise, is this, the extra skin. God forbid I ever come up with the money to have it removed. Yeah, that would not be good. Yeah, absolutely. Even with all this extra skin, when my weight gets down into the 85 and 86 pounds, I always am in jeopardy of them having to, put in a line and tube feed me, and I'm not doing that. So I don't want to do that, but I mean, I would if I had to, but yeah, I would do everything possible to not have to. So, but I ran to the store for my dad just a little while ago, and I ran there's to like just a little Walmart gas station that's right in front of Walmart, and which I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyways, and I was going in to pick up some stuff and pay for gas and everything, and the wind, I was literally like leaning into it, y'all, like hurricane force winds. I'm leaning into it, and it's just like my feet are moving, but I'm not taking any steps. I'm not going anywhere because it's just pushing me back, and it almost blew me over. And so I walked when I got in the store. The girl behind the counter was just laughing, and I was like, "Oh my God, the wind!" And she said, "Yeah, I was watching you." And she's like, "You almost lost it." I said, "Yeah, it almost took me. It almost swept me off my feet." But it didn't. I said, "Oh, not today, wind, not today." So, but I'm thought, well, I'm glad you get a kick out of it. So that's the one thing I miss about my heavy days. Nothing. Mom and I were joking the other night about I was telling her that, how, even though I'm almost 50 years old, I know that my mama still will still whip my behind. You know, typical mama, just like me with my kids. I don't care if you're almost 29 and 26. I'll still beat that butt. And I'm still the boss, applesauce. And so, and mom was like, yeah. She's like, now that you're so little, she was like, you'd be so easy for me to kick your butt. She was like, I would just walk up and be like, bink, and you'd fall over. I said, you don't even have to do that. You can just walk up and go, and I'd fall over. It was funny. When I was 400 pounds, you know, and my kids are tiny and always have been. Well, one's tall and tiny and one's short and tiny. And, you know, they used to joke around with me, and I was like, I'll get you. And they're like, you got to catch me first. And I said, yeah, you better hope I don't, because when I do, I'm going to sit on your behind. Then what you going to do? Or I'll tell them, I'll wait till you're asleep, and then I'll come sit on you. Then you're not going to do nothing. But anyway, so pretty funny though. But yeah, so I'm just going to try to just chill out and just rest for a minute, and then probably go soak in a hot bath, see if I can feel better so I can get out and do something tonight. And if not, oh well, it is what it is. So, but, so I will talk to you guys later. Just wanted to talk to y'all and vent for a minute because I was just feeling a little sad. But it's all good. It's all gravy, baby. So, but I'll be back, guys. Bye. And I have not even taken my medicine today. Oh my God, that's another reason I'm not feeling good. So, got to do that now.